where I used to, I have an extra room in my house, come and stay with me until you find something in Nairobi. So my first move into Nairobi is 2014. That's when I moved to Nairobi. And I moved to Lavington. I love that story because it's someone who used to be like, she moved from Garariga straight to Lavington? How?
Okay.
At some point, I'm so busy doing working on Glasshouse, and at some point, all the funds dry, and I cannot go to school. And then at the same time, they had this advert where they were picking people who are famous, and they were saying, Desta made these people. And I remember looking at it, and I said, I'll be part of that. Then I heard clearly, like God was like, no one will ever say they made you.
Wow.
And immediately the funds dried. I could not go back to school. I was too busy also to go to school. I needed to concentrate on whatever I was building.
Wow. So that means you dropped?
Yes.
Okay.
So I dropped and then continued with the journey for Glasshouse PR.
Did that hurt?
No, I mean, at that point I was like, because I had the conviction. One of the things that I loved in my journey was immediately I had a conviction about something, I would move towards that direction. So I was like, immediately I had that voice and it convicted me that no one will ever say they made you. I was like, oh, you're doing something. But then it connected later and I'm going somewhere. One day in church at the Waterbrook, someone came from Malawi. You actually maybe know him. So his brother was...
Yes,
now his brother.
We did a song together.
Now
Stronger,
his brother.
yeah.
Yes, Stronger. So his brother, the light one, Joseph.
Now he's like a minister.
A minister, yeah, he works with the president of Malawi.
Yeah.
So he came to our church and then he said he wants to pray for people. For some reason, I just went and to pray for him to pray for me. Then he said, you don't need special knowledge for what God wants you to do. Go ahead and do what God is asking you to do in boldness.
Wow.
One thing he didn't know was before that, I thought I had my own thing. After I registered Glasshouse, I had clearly that Glasshouse PR would have existed without you.
Uh-huh.
I have trusted it. I've just trusted it with you. You are a custodian. So I had that clearly, and I was like, that's rude. Like it could have, but then as you're growing, you're like, oh yeah, it's a privilege that this is what I was trusted with.
But you had this even before you got the understanding.
Yes.
So it's not that you are, that is God.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, that's a.
Yeah. Yeah. So when he came now, and then he said that strengthened me. It was such a strength.
Especially the word boldness, eh?
Yes.
That's your theme.
Yes.
At that time, did you used to consider yourself bold, or am I just throwing words?
I don't think I used to think I'm bold.
Oh, you did?
I was just doing life.
Oh, you were just doing life?
Yeah.
But were a lot of people telling you?
I was following the convictions I'd have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I had a conviction to start Glasshouse PR. That was so clear. I hope I mentioned that. That was so clear. And then now it made sense when I had that clearly. And then now the religion was also, that those interactions were helping me. And as I was continuing in my journey to grow in God was also helpful. But then now the school aspect, I remember because all my life, remember where I'm coming from. I wanted to be like my brother who went to the best school.
Yeah.
And UON, I wanted to go to UON and it's not happening. But now, and then the funds dry and then I hear clearly, no one will say they made you. Now, everything comes together. And now I have a conviction. So I'd follow. Each time I had something or I thought something and I knew this is what I'm supposed to follow, I'd follow it to the end.
Like give me an example of one of those things.
Now, when the school aspect came, I was like, okay, cool. Let's now focus on business completely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you continue to hear these convictions in business?
Yes.
So what I love about your story is the intertwine between spirituality, or God's voice,
yes,
and day-to-day life.
Yes.
Have that, and more specifically, career.
Yes.
Because I like a lot of people leave one on say, let's have a conversation on Sunday.
Yeah.
Then I come on Monday.
Yeah.
Yours sounds like it's like this.
Yes. You cannot separate them.
Okay.
I could not separate them. It was life. Yeah.
Okay, so So 2013, there's conflict at home.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're maximum making 10 Gs.
Yeah.
If
I'm not even, I don't,
So
I
your
don't,
other clients have left you?
I don't even remember whether maybe I was making now 5K after 2 months. Like, everything dried up.
So you're busy working on social. What about your social media? Does it become a voice?
The Glasshouse one?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. I remember one of the, and if it's okay, I can mention him, where Higamaura tweeted Glasshouse on Twitter. Then I told him, you know, Glasshouse is a company in Nairobi. And he's like, what? I thought it was a PR agency in New York.
What?
Around that same time. I was like, wow. Okay. That is interesting. Yeah, so I was quite vocal in terms of conversations, especially on Twitter.
I love it.
Yeah.
But even the name doesn't sound locked to the geographic.
Yeah. Where I was at the point I was birthing it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't,
It's true. Yeah.
It sounds global.
It is global, yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe there's a power in a naming.
Yes.
When you think about, I like now you've already told us transparency and clarity.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And also learning how to throw accurate stones. So people say people in glass houses don't throw stones. As it's based on transparency, clear communication, and also integrity. And we use, if you look, I don't know whether it's still there. We had written it on our Twitter that we use these stones to create awesome brands or something. I will remember.
Yeah. Okay. So continue with the journey.
So
because it sounds like you're in a difficult place.
Yeah, 2013 it was quite interesting, that whole process. Then 2014 comes, and again I go for Africa Rise. And Africa Rise was just kept opening my mind up. And I can't say it's the content. Yes, even the content, but the content that was being given, but also the fact that we'd be there and we'd be with these people. I had never been in such a place where I interacted with other Africans and knew they existed, and that I could do something for them. So that was what was setting my mind ablaze each time I go to. I'd be very excited when I go for Africa Rise. Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I come back from 2014. I come back from Africa Rise, and this chick from Kariamande. It used to be famous, calls me or texts me, and she's like, "I'd like to do your story." I'm like, okay. So we meet at the junction. Oh no, had I moved to Nairobi? So I come back, and then I go for an event before the chick called me. No, she called me, then I go for an event. It was called, it was a women in business event, something. So I go for this event, and then at this particular event, I see someone who looks like my aunt. So it's someone I saw when I was growing up in one of the get-togethers would go for.
Yeah.
So she's a cousin. I think a cousin of my mom. They're not even, I think they're not like very close.
Yeah.
But, you know. So I see her. So I go and tell her, hi, I'm so and so and so and so, and I just started Glasshouse PR. So she's been in advertising for like 30 years.
Wow.
Advertising and marketing. So we have conversation, and then she asked me, for whatever reason, where do you stay? I'm like, I still stay. I stay in Limuru. She's like, why are you staying there? Okay, I have an extra room in my house. You can move to my house.
What?
So I moved from Garariga to Lavington.
No. First of all,
Yeah.
was this an aunt that you used to have talk a lot?
We've never talked ever in our lives.
What?
I'm the one who's I'm introducing myself to her.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, why did you move?
I had tried to move to Nairobi.
Nada.
I could not move.
Okay.
I had gone to Nguma where they stay there, nice
Nada.
estate. It wasn't working. I met her, and she's like, why are you still, I have an extra room in my house. Come and stay with me until you find something in Nairobi. So my first moving to Nairobi is 2014. That's when I moved to Nairobi. And I moved to Lavington. I love that story because it's someone who used to be like, she moved from Garariga straight to Lavington? How? How is that possible?
And what did that do to your mind now? Even from a living perspective.
Yeah.
like the commute,
The latrine, you move from the latrine to...
Oh my God. I forgot that there's still a latrine.
Yeah. Oh, by this time, water had been connected. We were not going to fetch water.
Yes.
Yeah.
But shower is still bucket.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, how old are you at this time?
24, 20, 25. So, no. Yeah.
Okay. So did you have to like acclimatize to this new soft life? Is there like...
No, it was okay.
It was okay. Oh, you had interacted with it slowly.
I had interacted slowly in like, yeah.
Okay, so it's not that, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
You're already doing a lot in Nairobi.
Yes.
In fact, your mind...
My mind is
already Nairobi.
Yeah.
It's just your body which is, and you're living situations.
My body has to go through different counties every day. Sub-counties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, no. In fact, when I listen to your story,
Yeah.
This was you are ready for this.
Yeah.
But was that relationship okay?
With my aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yani, she just said, come live with me after you introducing yourself.
Yeah.
And how soon after did you move?
I don't think I waste time. Soon, I don't remember. I think I moved in sooner. I moved in like a week's time.
Okay, what is it? Like, why? Okay,
I think what happened to me was, after one of the events, she asked me, where are you going? So I told her, I live in Limuru, but please, you can drop me at my friends in Pangani, somewhere weird. Yeah. And she's like, why? She's like, because I still live in Limuru, and it's far. Oh, that's when she offered. That's when she was like, oh, I have, because the events was 2 days. Yeah. Yes. She's like, I have a room in my house. You can move in as you look for a place. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a couple of minutes break. We are coming back. Let's change some cards.